It's me, Normal Corey, and I'm back again. I haven't streamed in a while, but I thought, hey, why not? I was actually inspired yesterday because I had made a video about making a beat as fast as you possibly can on the MPC Live 3, and that video ended up being what I would describe as an absolute abomination. I was trying to make the beat at work as quickly as I could, and then I ended up having a workplace emergency, and then the camera got messed up. So then I had to remake it later, and then when I remade it later, I set a timer for 30 minutes, which is the time of my break, but then I ended up running out of memory on my iPhone, which was an absolute bummer. So, I still released the video. I was feeling self-conscious about it, but I thought, hey, if anyone's trying to make beats, these are the things they're going to run into. So why not? Why not just put this process out there? I'm learning, you're learning, we're all learning. I shouldn't feel self-conscious. I should just put myself out there. So if you appreciate me putting myself out there, please like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Normal Corey. Not really super active on TikTok, trying to figure out my angle there. But on Normal Corey, I've been putting more of my DJ stuff up on Normal Corey. If you need a DJ here in Seattle, book me. Trying to get my website up and ready for wedding season, which is coming soon. But yeah, I'll do, if you work at a bar and you need a DJ at the bar, if you have a party, fashion show, whatever you need, I will DJ your event. Trying to work on my website right now, get everything honed in. I've also been doing classes on teaching people to use the MPC Live 3, just trying to get everything honed in and the branding honed in. But today, the whole goal of the video is to produce our own original music on this lovely device, the MPC Live 3. So I'm going to jump into it. I'm going to kind of repeat some things that I talked about yesterday. Funny thing about YouTube world is that a lot of y'all are probably not watching this stuff linearly. So you're like, yesterday, what are you even talking about? So if you want to make a video, whether it's a music video, you just want to make videos of you making beats outside on the road, the number one most important thing I would say is keeping your devices charged. Luckily, I'm here at home, so keeping things charged isn't as necessary because I can plug things in, but there's nothing worse than you make basically half of an entire video and then all of a sudden, boom, one of your devices dies, your beat pad dies, your camera dies, and then you lose all that footage that you got. It's a real bummer. Whenever I get home every night, it's not always very fun. I have everything packed up. Get those things out and charge your devices up. Thanks so much for saying hi. Thanks so much for saying show top. I really appreciate y'all being here so much. I really appreciate y'all for being here. It really means the world to me as I'm making this beat on the MPC Live 3. The next thing I would say, and this is about that too, if you're making beats, don't take it too seriously if you're making videos, Sometimes I feel really self-conscious because no one's watching my streams, but that's all the more reason to not be nervous about it. Just keep it going, Thank you so much for subscribing. I'll subscribe to you. Thank you so much for liking. The other thing that I would say is that whenever I'm shooting beat videos, I have to get the angles right. And most of what I spend my time doing is actually getting those angles right with the video. Like this setup right here seems pretty simple. Took me a second to get a nice angle on this beat pad, especially when I'm trying to teach people how to use the MPC Live 3. We're gonna switch it up when I start shooting and actually have this stuff actually be facing above so you can actually see the screen of me making a beat. Thank you so much for those cute little toaster, brave little toaster. That's adorable. Okay, so yeah, I think that's everything that you really need to remember when you're making beats, beat videos. You want to remember the angle. You want to make sure, this is the other thing that got me yesterday. you want to make sure that you have enough storage on your devices. If you go to bed, get some rest. I really appreciate you for being here while you have been. Get some sleep. Another piece of advice if you're making beat videos, get enough rest. I had a friend who was a pianist, and I was learning about music devices. He went to Cornish for piano, best pianist I ever knew. His best advice about making music, he said, Corey, when you feel stressed you don't understand, just go to sleep. When you dream on it, your brain understands these things better. So the other thing is that I would say, if you're feeling rushed, if you're making music and you don't have enough time, there is a very real world transition. Oh, what's up? Thank you so much for everything that you do with DJ Pro. I really appreciate it. I'm getting distracted by the comments and everything, but I'm gonna do more videos of that. I think if I do a live stream with DJ Pro, working with the MPC Live 3, I can do that with some royalty-free music on the title, to where these things don't get taken down. But follow my Instagram. I've got a lot of DJ stuff going on there. That's really fun. Check out my Instagram. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, there's a very real rush between, I don't have enough time to make music, so the music I'm gonna make is gonna kind of suck, versus, I think when you actually make music whenever you can, it's kind of like lifting weights. Yeah, I would really appreciate the help with Ableton Link. I think that's really necessary for doing remixes and things. I don't fully understand it. I've gotten it to work before when I made the video at Anytime Fitness. It didn't seem to work. That was unfortunate. Wish it was a little bit more reliable. But, so whenever you're making music and you're doing it really fast, doing it whenever you can, I think it's kind of like lifting weights, where you grow a muscle over time. And I think that limitations actually add to our creativity. And so, I love DJing on my phone. I ask customers, I'm like, what songs do you want me to mash up while I'm at the coffee shop? I could just do it on my phone right there and play it on the speakers at work. It's absolutely, absolutely incredible. But yeah, when you're making music every single day, it makes you stronger. One of my favorite songs that I ever made, I rode my bike all the way out to the San Juan Islands. It was my first big bike trip. And I biked, oh my gosh, thank you so much for watching from Scandinavia. I visited Sweden one time in the summer. Those raspberries on the beach, totally incredible. Also, thank you all so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the Octatrack. What a beautiful thing. Speaking of DJing, I gotta get my Octatrack. I gotta get my, I'll show my DJ device right here. Gotta get my DJ device, and I gotta load those all up together with Ableton Link. But as I was saying, one of my favorite songs that I ever made, I was so exhausted. I had biked for 12 hours in one day. I got home. I had brought all my beat gear with me, but I wasn't able to make music because I needed to get home. And in about the span of 5 minutes, I sketched out, probably like 4 tracks really quickly. It's a song called Riding My Bike. You can check it out on all streaming platforms. Probably one of the best songs I ever made, because that feeling of riding my bike all day, you feel it. And when you make music every day, it sort of turns into more of like, as opposed to me making something, it's kind of like I'm capturing the emotion of the moment. So that's why I made this video. But enough about that. Let's get to it. Let's start making a beat, and let's see how fast we can make the beat. So as I was saying earlier, I'm gonna very quickly just try to change the angle a little bit. This is my #1 thing that I'm always dealing with. So, it kind of takes a second, especially if you're going live as you do it. Okay, let's see if we can get this. Oh my gosh. Also, I have my little DJI microphone. We're getting some pops when we move it around, but that sounds pretty good. Okay, so I think y'all can see everything pretty good. It's a little bit hard for me to see the screen. Nothing like a good bass line. Okay, speaking of, let's try to get the bass line in. Let's say new project, and let's turn the MPC up. All right, we can hear it. Yeah, you see the 1/4 inches are coming right out of my MPC, and they're going into my DJI interface, which is really cool. So this is the infamous trap kit. Let's see how the volume sounds. Yeah, volume sounds pretty good to me. So before, you know what, let's do it. Let's start with the bass line first before we do the drums. It's good to switch up the way that you make music. I tend to start with drums and then I put a bass line and then I build on top of that. But that's one cool thing about getting comments and things, that you can do things differently. I wonder what key do y'all think I should put it in? A song lyric that I really will nothing like. What would be a good key? Apologies, y'all. I'm really kind of struggling to see the screen at this angle, so we're just going to go for it. We're going to try to do this as fast as we can. I think a really funky key is E minor. So we go down, we're on the first. Whoa, that sounds crazy. But let's go here and let's. Fabric is cool. What I've noticed, Fabric's on the new device is kind of quiet. My favorite bass line is this one, Sub Factory here. For some reason, there's 2 instances of it. So I'm gonna say, let's go to synth. Oh yeah, that's a real funky bass line right there. So it's set up at 128, but I'm sort of feeling like, let's go down to like 110. No, let's do 114. And I think for this bass line, I'm gonna use the step sequencer. So if you're on this first one, it does like, it's more drums, but if you do the second one, it's like the one that you're on, it's gonna do the note. So see, then it goes to the next step. So when we play it, also I have these set up to where, let's see if it's right. It's gonna be just 1 bar. See, it's just doing that 1 bar, and that makes it really easy for me to start out with a little nugget. That's the beginning of the song, which is really great. So let's do this note. So we're on this one right here. See, when it lights up red, let's see. Okay, so let's do some more. So I'm gonna go to this one. It always goes to the next one. Sounds kind of goofy, but I like the goofiness. We're gonna go here. Oh, click here, and we'll do something. And then we'll go here, and then we'll go. Oh, click on it. Boom. Sometimes I like Sometimes I like how like not human and robotic those bass lines sound. So let's say all tracks, we'll do it. What I did right there was just added a little bit of groove to it. And before we move along, we can add some variation later and make it longer, but let's just start out with that and let's add some drums to it. But let's go into the dynamics. Let's go ahead and put the mother ducker, because we're gonna be running the kick from whatever our drums are onto here. So let's go here and let's add a new track, do a drum. Now I could build my own drum kit, but I'm trying to go fast, and there's a lot of really cool actual drum kits in here. I really like the Electric Horizon, the Producer Kit Essentials, but let's go with the Retro Drum Kit, and let's try this 80s one, since it's about, so I gotta put the record arm on. That sounds pretty good to me. So we go back in the arranger, we'll click on it. This is gonna be 1 bar 2. Oh, see, I'm in that second mode. I need to go back to the first one. Show the difference of it. So it's gonna be each hit. Let's click on the actual. Let's actually go, let's stop it for a second. If we double click on it and do edit clip, let's actually go over here and press edit, and let's do double the length with events. So now when we go to the second bar, let's go first. Let's take these out. So we got a couple of variations. So let's double it with events again. So now we have 4 bars. See how much longer that's going than the bass line. Okay, so let's go here, and I like this hat. One thing you do, if you click on the touch strip, we can do pad level, and we can kind of, I notice especially hats, the way that they sound on the kit is normally way too freaking loud. So now we can just overdub some things in. So let's press shift and note repeat. Let's see, shift and note repeat. Okay, so it is there. Okay, and let's see what happens when we do this. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. So let's go ahead and let's add some of these perks. Oh, first let's turn the note repeat off. That would be a bummer. Okay, cool. So that sounds kind of like 80s VHS, like Magic School Bus kind of thing, which is really fun. So let's go back to the bass line, and let's do edit clip as well. And let's do edit, and let's do double linked with events. Sometimes you'll press half speed or double speed. That's a bummer. Or you do double clip. That'd be cool if you just want to like create something new. But I want the events. See, this is like a little rompler. You can like see what's going on, and I can mess with it that way. But I actually really love this device with the step sequencer. I started making beats on Fruity Loops originally. My friend cracked it and downloaded it. And so it's really fun to go back to that way of making beats. So we're back here. We're on. Don't be scared of clips. Don't be scared of clips, guys. It's the same thing as the other screen. It's all is one. Everything is one. Okay, so let's go to edit bar 2. And so you see I left some things out. So what we can do is, let's go in here and let's add some different noises in. Let's go back here. Let's see. So now we're gonna get some variation. Okay, so let's go back in here. Let's go to the clip. And let's say, oh, we didn't have to do that. We can do double length with events again, and then we can add a little bit more variation. So let's go to number 3. I actually don't know how I can delete. Is that how you delete? How do I delete? Let's press shift. How would I actually delete? See, I'm learning things on the fly too. I'm sure someone can tell me, but I can't see the screen. Because if I press shift, it's not deleting it. It's just picking it. So maybe if I would go to, I'm trying to do this stuff fast. Let's just add a little bit more variation to it, and let's not worry about that, and that's something that I need to learn about later. Let's go to edit bar 4. We notice almost everything's in here, but that's fine. Let's add even more. Yeah, we're just trying to create some variation really fast. But one thing that I also forgot was, let's go to the mixer, click on this one. Double click again. I think this is the kick. Let's see. Yeah, that's the kick. So let's go to effects here. And let's go here and let's say, oh, wrong one. Delete and do Mother Ducker input. Let's see how it sounds. That sounds a little better to me. Let's go back to the arranger. Let's go to the 80s. Let's go to the mixer. Oh my gosh. Go back to plugin 1, mixer. And let's go to the effects. Click on the mother record. Now we're on the bass. Let's see if we add it. Okay, that sounds good to me. And now that we're in the arranger, if you click on sounds, we can actually go through and pick the different sounds. Okay, that sounds really cool, and that sounds really epic to me. Man, I'm sorry guys, I can't really read these comments because I have the way I have my angle. I'm gonna have to go in here and figure that out in the future. I'll try to come on, if I can read everything after, I'm gonna try to answer everyone's comments, but I gotta try to make this beat as fast as I can. If we go here, we can actually edit the sound. Let's go to the mix. Whoa. Okay, so that sounded fun to me. Oh, do I have, okay, just want to make sure that my speaker was off. There's the internal speaker, and I don't want to get a noise complaint. I've got a couple of noise complaints from my neighbor because I make music all the time. So let's go back to the old original hype. I love hype. To this day, I love hype. It's my good old faithful. Let's go, we're going to do, let's try Mandarin Dream. So I'm going to show you here, this is why you shouldn't be scared of clips. Right here I have the fixed record length off. We could set that to whatever we want it to be. Right now it's 1 bar. I like it that it's like you start out really small for your drums or your bass line or whatever you want to sound robotic. But then here when I'm playing things back and I press record, I can go as long as I want. So that sounds awful. So let's try it again. So let's go in here, let's stop it, and let's just take a look. It's just like the other view that you had. Don't be scared of clips. I can go over and I can move things around. And I can check at the end. And that's cool because, say if I was a better pianist, I could have played everything in live really, really quickly, which would have been really, really awesome. I can see it. It is very much like the Ableton workflow. Apologies that I can't see everybody's comments, but I did see that. I love, I started using Fruity Loops. Then my friend was like I was like, I didn't like that I had a cracked version of it and I couldn't get any of the updates. So then I was like, I'm gonna try to do this legally. And my friend was like, you should download Reaper. So I was like, cool, I'll download Reaper. So I downloaded Reaper, took a look at that and said, nope, don't understand that at all. And so then I put Reaper down for a while, and then I got a cracked version of Ableton, and understanding that arrangement versus session view really helped me understand electronic music a lot. And it's really confusing, but the cool thing about it is that you really can only understand it via practice. Like I was saying earlier, you kind of have to take, when you get confused, you got to take a step away, take a nap, and then come back to it later. You can't, conceptually, you can't really understand until you practice it. And that's how it's been. They added this clips functionality. This page over here, we go in, it's the same exact thing as this page. If you want to scroll through your clips, you just do it like this. It's all the same exact thing. It's the same exact way you were doing it before, but just there's this clip functionality, which makes it a little bit more complex, which is confusing, but also really cool. Okay, so let's go here and we can do the track levels. Kind of mix as we go. The other cool thing about clips that I would say is that there's nothing holding you back from like creating beats live. As I did right there, like I kind of messed it up, but there's nothing to stop you from bringing things in out. Let's just show you. So let's go here. Let's turn the record length on, but let's take it up to 4 bars and show you just how that works. So we have, and also you can click the sounds here. I do wish that you could pick the scale from here. Like I also wish here in the settings of the clip mode, in the settings, you could set the tempo, but I really wish that you could pick the key because then that would be really cool for doing full live sets if you could pick the key. The last live show that I did for my own original music, I did all the songs within the clip mode, and I put what the key, I named what key they were in, but it was kind of confusing because I had to go pick in the other screen, go all the way over here, go to the plugin, and then change the scale that way. But it was pretty cool. I was able to play things back live. Anyways, let's stay focused. We're trying to make a song here. So we can change the sounds. Let's, I've been giving Fabric a hard time. Let's stick to Fabric and let's add a Fabric plug. Let's try Red Lips. But let's go down. I like that. I would say too, when it comes to sound design, like you can go in and change things later, but you always want to listen, like when it comes to music, you always want to listen to everything in context with each other. Okay, so let's go. So as you see there, it made it kind of easier. But say I want to play something long, I would want it to keep going. So it's cool that the clips can also act kind of like those RC 505 loopers. It seems really complex, but it's actually pretty simple. So now I think we need to go to sounds. And let's go to Fabric Piano. And let's go over here and let's go to scale mode. Let's do chord. That sounds good to me. Okay, so here's where I think that we'll cut things off and we'll kind of create a whole new song. So it's very important. I probably should have done this already earlier. We know the tempo is 142. Uh-oh, my battery is running low too. All the more reason to go faster, even though I could plug it in. Let's not stream for too long. Save project, 114. It's an E minor, so EM. And I would say stream team. Why not? Press save, so we have that in there. So now I'm going to talk about trying to like turn this into a song, like how I do that. This is a pretty simple song, but here's what I'll do. Let's go ahead and I just want to play around with it a little bit. So let's go and let's add another sound. I like this OPX4. It sounds really weird. See, those sound kind of weird, but I like it. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over here, and now we can bring, when we're in this setting here, number 11, this means that we can bring things in and out. So we're gonna go back to the arranger, and it's only at 1 bar, because remember I had it set to 1 bar, but we're gonna keep doubling the length to where now it's at 64 bars, and now we can play around. But here's what I also want to do. I want to go over here, and go to the XY axis and turn this on. So now, that sounds really crazy, but what actually I've learned from using DJ Pro is how much I really actually enjoy beat repeats for mixing live. DJ'd like a sorority party, someone's birthday, and doing those beat repeats and mashing up songs was really cool, especially with the filter. The filters honestly sound better than this filter, but I was like, man, I really want to add that to the music that I'm actually producing and making. So let's just bring all these out. Let's turn the automation on. Let's go back to this screen here. And let's say record to the arranger. Now, I technically could go out if I had more time, and I could bring these mutes in and out and label the different parts of the song this way, but here we're just playing around. So we say record to arrange, then we have to press overdub. And what I'm hoping is that this gives me the ability to both solo on this and also do the beat repeats. I might have to jump around as we do this, but let's see if we can get it to work. Let's actually go, before we start, let's go back to the XY. Okay, so that was fun. We were just jamming. Let's take a look. I didn't go all the 64 bars, but I went 42 bars. But here's the button that was really confusing for me for a while. But this is really fun. I like it that you have the XY effects. You can play these pads at the same time, and you can bring things out. I love about this new device is that compared to the MPC Live 2, it's a much more live experience. But before you want to play it back, you need to press this button here, all tracks to arranger. And someone put in my comments they were explaining it. Let's also turn the automation off. They were actually explaining what it does. And I still don't fully understand, but it's the way that I'll be able to play back. Let's just play back what I did. Everybody, someone bring it back up. I think y'all all, I think everybody gets the point. Yeah, definitely deselect it. Clips are the way to do it. Thanks to everybody being here. Shift plus record is the way to delete it. That's the way I'll do it. Nice spaces to place, hi-hats. World Easy Hero. Oh my gosh. You have 20 more minutes before you have to go get some more sleep. That's totally understandable. All right, yeah, so thanks to everybody who checked this video out. Yeah, record. Let me see, let's see if I can get that to work. So let's go back to the clip mode. And that's the cool thing. You can record into the arranger, but you can just go back to the clip mode really easily like that. So here's what we want to do. Let's go back to, nope, not mute. We want to click, not on the 80s one, we want to click and we need to go to number 2. And so B-Boy Mac 84, which shift plus record. Let's see if that's the way to do it. Also, I'm running low. The very piece of advice that I gave, I'm not even doing it. So we're on editing bar 1. But let's press shift, record. Is that, wait, no, it's still there. I'll have to figure that out. I got to figure that out, how you would, let's say shift, record, and then click the, That's another thing to make a video on, just trying to figure out how that I could actually delete the steps in the step sequencer. So yeah, like and subscribe if you appreciate what I'm doing, what I did with this video. Got way more stuff coming soon. Trying to get my website together. I know I've been offering classes online, trying to get that all honed in. Just reach out to me, like comment if you want to do a class with me. I had somebody reach out. We did a class at Starbucks. This was before the strike or whatever, but just talking about the MPC Live 3. I actually learned a lot from it, offered a lot from it. So check out Normal Corey on Instagram, where I'm doing a lot of DJ stuff on there. But yeah, I like this little vertical format. It's funny because I've been on here for about 35 minutes. So, you know, what I've realized is that I can sketch out the idea of a song in like 5 minutes. And when life is hard, sometimes that's all you have in you. And that's the great thing about the MPC Live 3 is that people are late, if people are rushing, don't worry about it. Just pull out your MPC Live 3 and do what you can. And when you get distracted, if you save everything, that information will be there. But yeah, just stay tuned. I want to do more live streams where, you know, I have my own original music that, especially on YouTube, I don't want to get hit with copyright. So I'll try to set up my my DJ controller plus the Octatrack plus the MPC Live 3 and try to hook all these things up together and get some stuff going. So, but yeah, thank you so much. This is honestly the most successful stream that I've had so far. It inspires me to do some more. Thank y'all so much for your support and see y'all soon.